Hello guys, welcome to Talk Football with Tyrone. Here we do football analysis, player analysis and football podcasts. So today we're going to analyze the Premier League match between Arsenal and Manchester City. This match was to determine whether Arsenal could win the league or not. In this match, we are going to analyze, based on Manchester City and Arsenal statistics, how both teams played and how both teams lined up. So this is how both teams were lined up on paper. Manchester City in their 3-2-4-1 formation with Arsenal in their usual 4-3-3 formation. So before we start, I'd like to kindly ask you to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. So Manchester lined up with their 3-2-4-1 formation, which usually shifted into a 4-2-3-1 in possession. This was aided by John Stones going back and playing as the right centre-back. Kelvin De Bruyne was playing as a number 10 behind Haaland and playing in between the opposition's midfield and defensive line. This position of Kelvin De Bruyne caused issues for Arsenal. Kyle Walker would push forward and give the width, with Bernardo Silva operating in the right half space. The defenders would shift and form a back three. Under intense pressure from Arsenal, Manchester City would drop back into their usual 4-4-2 formation, with Kelvin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland leading the front. Arsenal really started their game quite well. They were pressing Manchester City high up the pitch and stopping Manchester City from building up play. This became extremely difficult for Manchester City to progress the ball, and therefore Manchester's Pep Guardiola invented something to beat this Arsenal press. So, when Manchester City had the ball in deeper regions, Arsenal would be pushing up and trying to press them. Manchester City would drop into a back four with both fullbacks playing in wide positions and Gundogan and Rodri playing as the double pivots. Kelvin De Bruyne would occupy this position in between the lines and therefore drop in midfield at certain times to create midfield overloads and receive the ball directly from the centre backs. We can see here that Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka will be pushing on to Rodri and Gundogan to prevent them from receiving the ball. But Kelvin De Bruyne, in his in-between-the-lines position, will drop deep, receive the ball from his centre-backs and link up with Erling Haaland at the other forwards to create goal-scoring positions for Manchester City. Clip, you can clearly see Saka and Partey are on Gundogan and Rodri. De Bruyne drops in between the lines and receives the ball directly from John Stones. So, Arsenal's midfielder Thomas Partey was asked by Arteta to drop and start picking the runs of De Bruyne. So Pep Guardiola instructed his centre-back and goalkeeper to be going long to Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland played really well as a target man, would receive the ball, hold the ball and play in Kelvin De Bruyne, and this is actually the play that resulted to the first goal against Arsenal. Haaland would hold the ball and link up with the forwards and therefore create goal-scoring chances for Manchester City. From this clip you can see Arsenal are pressing Manchester City high. Ederson plays the ball to Stones. Stones, under pressure, plays the ball long, plays the ball to Erling Haaland, who holds the ball and beats Rob Holding. Haaland lays the ball off to Kelvin De Bruyne. One touch pass, De Bruyne is through on goal and scores the first goal. Manchester City pressed Arsenal in an organized manner. They pressed with a 4-2-4 formation with both wingers playing in field and cutting central passing options. Gundogan would pick up Odegaard, who would play in between the lines, while Rodri would play behind Gundogan and sweep the ball that would have bypassed Gundogan and therefore preventing Gabriel Jesus from dropping deep and receiving the ball as the false nine. When the ball would be played on one side by Arsenal, Manchester City would initiate a touchline press and therefore force Arsenal to go long and lose possession of the ball. Here you can clearly see Manchester City effectively pressing Arsenal high, forcing a touchline press on them. Arsenal lose control and therefore are forced to go long, and you can clearly see here Ramsdale goes long to Zinchenko, who's being pressed by Bernardo Silva. Arsenal would normally build with their default 3-5 formation, with Zinchenko moving in field and playing alongside Thomas Partey. This was aided by Xhaka and Odegaard pushing up to the half spaces, with the three remaining defenders forming a back three. They will also drop into their default 4-4-2 without the ball. You can clearly see here Arsenal are building with their 3-5-2 formation, but Manchester City's excellent 4-4 press limited Arsenal's central progression. Here you can see Arsenal in their defensive shape in their 4-4-2 deep block, preventing Manchester City's penetration in their box. When Arsenal will try to build their attack, once they bypassed Manchester City's pressure, they would go in their default 3-5 formation. The issue was Manchester City's narrow 4-2-4 formation limited Arsenal's central progression, and when the ball was played to the wide centre-backs, a winger would pull out from midfield and press the centre-back. This seesaw kind of movement prevented Arsenal from building the ball forward or passing the ball forward to their forwards, therefore it ended with them having the least shots against Manchester City. Manchester City were organized both defensively and offensively. Here you can see Manchester City in their staggered narrow 4-4 formation. Arsenal are able to bypass the formation, but Manchester City get it under control. In this game, it is clear that Arsenal were not able to match Manchester City. Can we conclude that Arsenal have bottled the Premier League title? Or let's wait and see what will happen. For those who have stayed with us, would like to thank you for watching.